everyone, Jack here from Hackroom, and today we're talking about the City Vanture from Vanpowers. And this is an e-bike for people that don't like typical e-bikes. It doesn't look like an e-bike, it's not heavy like an e-bike, it's super simple. It's like a standard bike that's just a little bit better. Stay tuned, we're going to learn a little bit more about the City Vanture from Vanpowers. Okay, so first, let's take a look at it. I got the Infinite Silver one, and this thing is super kind of retro, maybe retro chic. I don't know what you call it, but definitely a unique bike, super bright, nice and shiny silver. Now it has 5 different pedal assist modes. We can get this thing up to about 25 miles an hour. You know, you really gotta move to get it to 25. I only got it up to about 23, but I'm sure you can get there. There are a couple of things that are really nice about this bike, and the first is it's not super heavy. It's only about 34 pounds. It's a definite contrast on these 80 and 90 pound bikes that I've ridden. Another improvement over most bikes is it doesn't have one of those greasy chains. It has a Gates CDN carbon fiber belt, and that's actually really pretty darn nice. Super consistent. I'm not worrying about changing gears, and I always wondered, you know, do I really need gears if I have an e-bike? I'm just gonna change the pedal assist level. It has Tektro hydraulic disc brake, and they do a pretty solid job bringing this thing back to zero. It has a 36 volt, 350 watt motor, so you can get up to 80 miles. That's if you have the 2 battery package. They say closer to 50 with the single battery. It's a 36 volt, 7 amp hour battery. The pedal assist is a cadence or a speed sensor, so keep that in mind. And it does have a colorful LCD display, and it's pretty easy to read in bright sunlight.
So I fall right into the expected rider height, right? They say this is good for someone between 5'8" and 6'3". I'm 5'11". I also had my son ride it. He's like 5'4", and my wife, who's like 5'3". I found it pretty good. I wish the handlebars were a little more adjustable, right? They seem just a little bit low, but I guess that's what a road bike is. My son said it felt just fine to him, and my wife, she felt it was a little bit tall for her. She just wasn't comfortable, wished it, the seat could get lower, or really, I guess, obviously this is a man's road bike, not built for a woman, and certainly not built for a short woman. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. So Chris also rode this bike, and he had a slightly different take, and he wanted to share that with you. So, Chris, what do you think?
What's up, guys? This is Chris. I got to jump in here and say a couple things. So first of all, I'm 6'2". The frame was a little bit on the small side, but felt totally reasonable to me. Jack and his wife Margot have been mentioning it felt a little more leaning forward, a little more aggressive to them. Now I'm used to riding kind of more of a cross-country mountain bike. It felt very natural and normal to me for a little more aggressive, kind of leaning forward, fast style. Okay, next up, all of the crazy features. So Jack is totally underselling this thing. It's got so many things I've personally never seen before. The frame that assembles, you'd think maybe the frame's going to be a little squishy because of that. Not the case. It all feels super solid. The belt drive, I mean, what is that? So it forces the single speed. You're not changing gears, but sometimes simple is better. I was really kind of worried with single speed, really not my jam. I like having my gears, but with the kind of good torque out of this motor, didn't really even notice it. I almost thought it had gears for a while. So plenty of torque to get you moving, and you can pedal along at over 20 miles an hour, still get a little workout in, and nobody's going to know the difference on this bike. They're going to think you're just a stud flying down the road. Another bit of sleek innovation here is the stem integrated screen. So it's integrated. It's not an extra little screen flipped up. Looks like an add-on. Here it is looking super integrated, super cool. Love it. And overall, the wow factor with this bike is just the looks. I mean, the chrome frame, the brown seat, the brownish pink wheels and seat, even the grips are matching. It looks so cool. I mean, this is like some kind of like hipster downtown kind of awesome looking bike. You're going to be total incognito here. People aren't going to even know it has a battery unless they look at that stem. Looks super, super cool. Just love the way this bike looks. I stole it from Jack, brought it home with me just because I love the way it looks so much, but it is a ton of fun to ride. I don't really miss the gears. I think this thing has a lot of cool design choices they made, so Jack, I think you're underselling this one. I loved it.
The thing I like about this bike is actually the design. I'm a big fan of this silver and kind of the brown, the retro. Now the seat itself looks cool. I don't know about the rivets. I think that they add a little bit of rigidity or stiffness to the seat. I would have preferred them a little softer for my tush, but maybe that's just me. Vanpowers does a really nice job of hiding the battery inside the down tube here. So yeah, this just doesn't look like an e-bike. You really can kind of bike under the radar with this thing, which is definitely a bonus. Not everybody wants people to know that they're riding e-bikes. Sometimes there's some of that stigma that goes with e-bikes. Personally, I think they're great. Love them, but not everybody's a fan. If you're looking for a bike to kind of commute, something that's not super heavy and is just really smooth and kind of has a nice unique look to it, definitely this is something you're going to want to consider. Now it's $1,700 and you can get it pre-assembled or assemble it yourself. Now I got the pre-assembled version. You still have to put a few things together. Basically I got it put together in less than 20 minutes. Add some air to the tires, check some things here and there, we're good to go. Now if you buy the need to assemble version, they say that can take 40 minutes or so. It's supposed to be Lego easy. I doubt that it actually is. My rule of thumb is you take whatever they say and you multiply by 3, but maybe that's just a me problem. Anyway, this is a decent bike for somebody looking for a bike that doesn't look like an e-bike. We've got plenty of other reviews on e-bikes. If you're kind of, do I want this? Do I want a folding bike? Am I looking for something bigger with big fat tires? We got them all on the channel, so check a link down below if you're interested in other options for you. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Good luck everyone and happy riding.